this UNC versus Syracuse game could be a little bit of a bum fight. If you guys don't stop messing around, you might find out that Big Orange has got your number. But I'll be
Jordan,
rooting
he's
for
not
you.
talking about your bum. Don't worry. He said bum fight. It's a bum fight, not your bum. Hush. Get on your iPad. Women, let me tell you.
Women. 99 problems, but a win ain't one, right, Coach?
My martini's 31, and no need to test me. On my worst behavior, but at least I'm with my besties.
Welcome to the Halloween edition of Sports Uncorked. I'm your host, Bill Belichick, 6-time Super Bowl winning coach, author of the book, The Art of Winning, which I'm currently not doing, and currently proudly dating a 24-year-old. My co-host, Mike, introduce yourself.
Mike McDaniel, and I'm happy to be here.
I think we're both happy to still be employed. At least you got a win last week.
Against
I
Atlanta.
came close, man. I came close. These players don't know how to tackle. I don't know what it is. I should have never left the pros, man. Should have never left the pros.
Everybody's fault but yours, right, Bill?
But let me tell you, Jordan had me out today. Remember the good old days preseason when I was delivering pizzas to the frat houses? Everyone liked me. She said, Bill, get out there. You need to deliver more pizzas. I've been delivering Domino's pizzas to frat houses all day long. You know, I don't like people. I don't know why I took a job where I had to talk to people. I don't like them. I don't like talking to their moms. I don't like talking to their uncles. I don't like giving money. I don't like giving more money to people than I have. Don't they just want to play? This whole college thing, I thought it was going to be easy. Mike, maybe we need to do a job swap.
Maybe we need to do a wife swap.
Hey, my ball and chain's up for grabs. Give me a better job. Get me the hell out of here. She's up for grabs. She's kind of a pain in the ass.
The good news is that we're still alive today, but tomorrow is still a chance for us to die. So with that, welcome to Sports Uncorked. I don't know how I'm going to look at you the rest of the episode. This is hilarious.
What's wrong with my face?
It's just so stoic.
That's how I am. I don't smile. Smile wastes calories.
Oh my God.
Calories win games. I need to win games. Save my calories. So, coaching carousel, I mean, I think that's kind of relevant for both of us. My seat's been on fire for like about 3 weeks now. We canceled Hard Knocks. I don't know if you heard we were supposed to do a Hard Knocks edition. Jordan canceled that shit. She said, we're not doing that. That's embarrassing for our brand. So we canceled that. I might not win another game this season. I don't know. But the only thing that makes me feel a little protected, though, I feel a little protected because there's 13 other jobs available right now, and I'm not the worst of the coaches that are left standing.
That's true. It could be a lot worse. You could be Hugh Freeze.
I think he's protected. I think because there's 13 other jobs, there's going to be that Auburn job is not going to be a desirable place. They're just going to get leftovers if they move on. I think Hugh Freeze and I think Mike Norvell are safe.
I think that everybody's seats are just getting warmer and warmer as every week goes on. And I think right now everyone's just in a position where it's like, what's the lesser of the two evils? Is it, do I get rid of my coach and then try to get into this like very shallow talent pool and bring that into my organization? Or I just keep what I have and pray for the best. And when January rolls around, we reevaluate the whole thing.
If I was a betting man, which I don't bet anymore. Jordan doesn't let me bet anymore. Kind of saw what happened with Chauncey. I don't want to get messed up in any of that kind of stuff. If I was a betting man, I think that the schools that are targeting playoff contending team coaches are going to be royally screwed for about 2 years. If they make a move and they hold out until January 20th, national championship games on the 19th, one of those coaches is not going to make an announcement or leave that team until after the 20th. I think that you have to remember that there is now only one transfer portal window. It closes before the 20th, so it's going to close before this coach is named. There's going to have to be a roster retention strategy, which schools that have a GM like Stanford would be okay. Most schools don't have a GM that's managing this, so they're going to be screwed unless they're going to start paying these players money and telling them you're overpaid to stay because we don't know who it's going to be, but it's going to be somebody good, and just hope that they hang on and don't transfer. And I think that because you don't have the opportunity to pick up anybody in the transfer portal, there's no spring portal. You're going to be down that first year. You're going to pay this guy a shit ton of money. You're going to be down this first year. You might be down a second year unless you can make something happen in the transfer portal. I couldn't make anything happen. I had 70 new players this year. Thought I was a god, thought I could make it happen, couldn't make it happen. So it's not as easy, even if you're a good coach, which I'm the best coach, couldn't make it happen. I just think that this firing so early in the season is going to give fans a lot of anxiety. You know, my good friend Nick Saban, When they fired Mike Shula, did you know it was 43 days before they hired my buddy Nick Saban? And do you want to know how angry those Bama fans were for that 43 days? But also how glad we were that Rich Rodriguez turned down the job because
Yeah.
Mal Moore was able to go down to your neck of the woods, Mike, throw Nick on the plane, bring him up, and it worked out. But that was 43 days. A team like Penn State, a team like LSU, a team like Florida even, they're going to be waiting a hell of a lot more than 43 days for the people that they want to bring into the program.
100%.
So I think it's hard. I think it's real hard.
It is. It's real messy right now. And I think, to your point, this is going to have a massive impact on the health of the organization from a couple different levels. I think that team morale is going to be heavily impacted because what does it say to a bunch of kids that are not as mature as, say, a 50, 60-year-old man coaching football, that if one person doesn't like you, your job's at risk? This is going to have like a lot of implications on player retention. This is going to have a lot of implications on recruiting. This is going to have a lot of implications on how NIL is looked at. I mean, these people, I think that we're in this generation of fandom in NCAA where the voice of the fans are very, very loud. And with that being said, we're in it's a very, very weird environment. And so I think this is going to have some downhill implications that are going to impact these programs in a negative way, because we can't just start voting people off of the island. This isn't Survivor. It's college football, for God's sakes. So, for you to get mad at somebody, I mean, it's not like, now we talk about this all the time. Billy Napier won his last game before he got fired, but he also has some of the hardest strength of schedules for the last 3 years. There's something to say for that, to have survived this long. The same thing, and we talked about this in the last episode, James Franklin. He literally pulled Penn State out of a very, very dark era in their school's history. You can't even there's no room for error in this new space. So this is going to be really, really interesting to see, especially as we go into, what is this, the second or third year of this new playoff bracket. There's a lot to be said about how people are going to start performing. So
you know what I like?
Itchy.
I like control. I like control, and I need to have control. When I don't have control, I'm mad. When people don't do their jobs, they're mad. When people aren't allowed to do their jobs, I'm mad. It's pretty simple. It's pretty easy. What I did not like to see, and what I think we all suspected, and I think Marissa called out in last week's episode, was who's really calling the shots and who's really making the decisions.
Yeah.
Today we heard the governor, an elected official in the state of Louisiana, saying that the AD at LSU was not going to be making the hire for the head football coach. Can we just stop for a minute and talk about corruption? Now, look, I'm a guy who loves corruption. Deflategate. I got a lot of controversy surrounding me, but I always had control of my program. Kraft kind of deferred to me. I deferred to Tom. Tom left. I lost control. I got fired. I always kind of had the backing of Kraft for a long time. For the AD at LSU to not have the backing of the governor, and for the governor to somehow feel like he can come in and make that hire, what the hell's going on with politics down in the dirty South? Cajun country. Come on, man.
Here's the thing, though.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, but here is the fact of the matter at the end of the day. You've got parts of some of these states that are wholly dependent for their economies to thrive based on college football. Like, granted, the state of Louisiana has a lot of other methods of developing revenue going through. This is a massive, the college football in the South, and we've talked about this in the SEC, it just means more. This is big for their state. So them having a good coach that's going to coach their team to not even we got to talk about LSU's not even going to go to the SEC championship, bowl eligibility. This is a huge impact, and it has a certain look for the state. It's got a certain look for the conference. I mean, I could see why an elected official, should they be in the mix? No, absolutely not. But I'm from a state view, hell yeah, I got something to say.
Those don't, and this is probably, and I haven't looked into this, but I bet when he runs for his next term, this is going to be something he says he fixed. I fixed the football program. It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. I don't know. Jordan, no, it's fine. It's fine. You don't need, no, I'm not saying anything bad. It's fine. Stay. No, close the door. God, get on your iPad. Sorry. She gets a little fussy sometimes when I do interviews without her.
Yeah, Coach. You're right though. It's a lot of cooks in the kitchen, a lot of coaches on the field when it comes to the hiring and firing of these coaches. But I don't remember if we talked about this yet, but with all the vacancies, there are a lot of questions about who's going to fill some of the gaps at some of these organizations. I mean, we're still trying to figure out who's going to coach Penn State. We're still trying to figure out who's going to end up at Florida. We're still trying to figure out who's going to show, like, it's not a deep talent pool right now. It's actually quite shallow, and a lot of the coaches that were even even in the running, being part of the conversation, it's not there anymore.
Mike,
It's
you
just
coming
not.
back? You coming back to college?
No.
You happy in the pros?
No, not happy in the pros, but I'm not coming back to college. It'll eat me
You
alive.
got all the busted players are on your team. Got one guy with his eyes going cross, one guy with his leg ripped off. Who you got?
My
Who you got
God.
still?
A hope and a prayer, Coach. A hope and a prayer. Oh my God. Anyway,
Okay.
I'm dying.
All
I
right,
know, right?
Mike.
Okay.
Mike, I got to ask you. Do you follow much college football anymore? Do you know what your name is, Mike? You know where you are? Can you just hit another line real quick so we can keep this going?
I feel like I need to Google Mike McDaniel quotes. I feel very unprepared to be Mike McDaniel outside of like just my overall appearance. Not Mike Mc. It's like his look.
Yeah, he's just like so confused. That's why I asked you, do you know what your name is? Are you concerned? So Mike, we got some games this weekend. Wasting calories again. Wasting calories, Mike.
Calories. I know. In case you haven't noticed, my entire existence is kind of a waste. But as we roll into week 10 of college football, there are several games that we're going to be on the watch for. Mainly that big old cocktail party that happens every Halloween weekend down in Jacksonville with the University of Georgia Bulldogs versus the Florida Gators. This will be an interesting one. Coach, thoughts?
I used to like the cocktail party, but now I just get to drink kombucha. Jordan's put me on a weird diet. She made some weird pizza the other night that was made out of fish. It looked like pizza, but it was made out of fish, and then I get to drink kombucha. I think the state of Florida would love this win, but I think Georgia's going to beat the pants off of them. I got my boy by default, Saban coaching tree, Kirby Smart with the win here. A big down in Jacksonville. And cheers with my kombucha.
With your kombucha, Coach.
It's good for the gut health, Mike. Maybe you need some.
I could use something, that's for sure. This will be an interesting game. I feel like Georgia's offense has been quietly regressing. So I think that, it's not going to be a blowout. I think Florida's going to put a couple points on the board. They're running on that high from their win last week. And I don't know. We'll see. I don't think that this is going to be an easy one in the first half. I think, as always, Georgia kind of comes out in the second half and goes ahead and establishes their dominance. But it's not going to be easy. But I've got Georgia too, but I do feel like Florida's going to put some points on the board in the first half.
The other big game this weekend, UNC and Syracuse. Ha! Just kidding. You think I can win one, though? For real? Can I win one? Please. It's only a 2.5 point spread. I mean, that's like one of the closer games that I've had this year. My team, they're feeling pretty defeated after the overtime loss last week.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to lose to Syracuse on the road.
You know what, Coach? I'm not going to lie. I think you stand a little bit of a chance. I think that Syracuse kind of ran out of steam last week when they were playing against Georgia Tech. I feel like you guys got a chance to put some points up on the board. A little bit of a toss-up, though. I'm not going to lie. I think the game...
Christ. I'm eating the real pizza. God, I'm fucking starving.
Jesus, I bet. Tony, I like completely lost my place.
Okay,
what are we talking about now?
Texas and Vandy. I gotta tell you, the like preseason Heisman Trophy winner versus the now wannabe Heisman Trophy winner because you beat Missouri in overtime. Cool. I still think Pavia's got it.
Fortunately, I'm right there with you. I think Pavia's got it. I feel like Arch is losing steam. For the sake of Steve Sarkisian, I want Texas to do so well, but they are just continuing to backslide with every single game, every single week.
Mike, what do you think
Vanderbilt.
about the rumors of Sark to the Tennessee Titans? Have you heard that one?
Have heard that one, and I think that if Sark was smart, he would quit running his mouth and he would sit down there in Austin and try to make do with what he's got. I don't think that he is ready to come back to the pros. I really don't. Also, to come to a
He's-
franchise like Tennessee Titans, I mean, unfortunately, I feel like their ownership has kind of run that franchise into the ground, which is unfortunate because it's women-led, but they could use a little bit of restructuring, a little bit of reorganization themselves. He needs to sit still. Everyone kind of needs to sit in their place.
I agree. I don't think that Nashville's a good place for Sark. I'm just saying. Also, have you seen this sweatshirt? I made the sleeves a little longer as we're going into fall. Just a little longer than my normal ones, but
You
this
know,
is
it's
one of my
interesting.
old favorites. Jordan did tell me I needed to wear a bro. She saw the skims and she agreed. Contain the moobs.
She watched
Contain
this.
them.
She watched this
watched
podcast
this.
2
She's a
episodes ago.
big supporter. She's going to be reaching out.
You know, Coach, you could always just pull your sleeves up.
This is great because I kind of sometimes I get hot while I'm coaching the game. I just need a little bit of I need a little bit of bulk because I'm old. I get cold easily, but I also my arms, my elbows get a little sweaty, so this is real
Yeah.
good. And then I love the old ones because there's like a little bit of a breeze that kind of comes through these parts and through these parts. You know, if I'm real cold, I put this hood up like Emperor Palpatine because I kind of channel a little bit of Emperor Palpatine in my coaching style and, you know, kind of the way I carry myself like an emperor and kind of like the Dark Lord. Sometimes I refer to myself as that in team meetings. Was probably a little more respected that way when I was at the Patriots. UNC, it kind of scares some of the kids because I've got kids ranging all the way from 17 to 27 now. So I kind of got to watch, is it rated mature? Is it rated PG-13? Some kids are they're a little on the younger side. So I kind of got to watch that stuff now. But at the same time, I don't really care about people. I don't like people. If they're scared of Palpatine, then they can find their way into the transfer portal.
You don't have any tricks up your mid-sleeve from the Patriot days? I mean, you
I'm
had...
shaking them out. I got none left. Jordan took them all, man. When I'm sleeping, she hides them all. I'm telling you, I can't even get a Snickers bar. She hides all my tricks. She hides all my fun. She doesn't let me do anything that I want to do. I kind of thought a 24-year-old would be a lot more fun, but I don't know. She's kind of an old soul, and she's making me grouchy.
Very sorry to hear that.
Hey,
Death is just one day
there's
away.
There's some benefits, but it's not outweighing the cost at this point. Nope, honey, everything's okay. Keep the door closed. All right, sorry, Mike. She's just, nosy. Women, nosy.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Okay, what else we got going on this
women
weekend?
too.
Ohio
Sorry.
State, irrelevant.
No one cares about Ohio State. I legitimately feel bad for Ohio State right now because people don't care about Ohio State. This is the most boring season of all time for Ohio State because they haven't played anybody and they just keep beating everyone. They keep getting to stay number one. I can't wait. I almost hope that Penn State pulls some secret out of their back pocket and whoops on them. And I hope that they fall to 15 or something like that. I don't know. I'm not watching that game.
They'd probably only fall to 5 because everyone wants
Super
there to be
lame.
a good Big Ten team. So how crazy would this be, Mike? If we get to the end of the season and 1, 2, and 3 are Big Ten schools, because it could happen, right? You could have Ohio State, you could have Indiana, and you could have Oregon.
Yeah.
Yet those 3 teams, strength of schedule, not great, all undefeated because they don't play anybody.
Yeah.
So 3 of the 4 automatic buys in the first round go to the Big Ten.
Mm-hmm.
What are your feelings on that?
I mean,
Crazy.
I feel
you only got 3 teams. 3 teams in the whole conference. They all get first round buys.
I feel like it could not have been constructed better by the Big Ten if they hadn't done it already. They did this to themselves. This is exactly what the Big Ten wanted. They hooped and hollered about making sure that there was space for them in the playoff bracket, and lo and behold, here they are. Everyone gets so tired of the SEC coming in and winning it at the end of the day every single year. So now the Big Ten's got to pull out every single stop that they've got to make it happen. And this is exactly what it is.
The Big Ten.
Weak, soft schedules, weak, soft coaches, weak, soft landing into the playoffs.
The Big Ten did this to themselves when they expanded to 18 teams. They chased revenue money in TV markets. They did not invest in the teams that they were bringing into the conference. And now they have no middle of the pack. And I think that's what makes the SEC so fun to watch. And other conferences, for that matter, is the middle of the pack can upset any of the top of the pack any given Saturday. You look at like contenders in the SEC right now, Vanderbilt, Missouri, Ole Miss. Yeah, like those are teams that traditionally haven't been top tier teams, but they're upsetting teams and they're making a run and they're ranked. So that's where the Big Ten, yep, you did a great job expanding into other markets. You got CBS 4 in Ogallala, Oklahoma, or some weird town in Texas, or some weird market in Ohio. Great. But your viewership is about half of what the SEC teams are getting with fewer teams in the conference.
So far
they've
down.
got to figure something else out. I think this is why they were looking at that private equity money, to be honest. They were looking at that as like an infusion of, we got to get more money into this so that we can pay our players more, pay our teams more. I don't know. They've always had kind of the richest alumni, so I don't know why they're feeling so sorry for themselves on this like equity meter of NIL. They've got the highest NIL banks, but there's your top 3 or 4, and then there's everyone else, and it just makes it not fun to watch.
Yeah. No, it's boring. It's so boring.
So
I mean,
boring.
Like, I hate to say it, but this is giving me like Saban era Alabama vibes. It's like, oh, we're playing South Carolina. Cool. Meet you at the bar at the end of the half. Like that's how it feels right now. This isn't fun. ABC is a cash cow right now because they are just rolling in the dough from all of the viewership that has come in from these SEC games. They have been great SEC games. I mean, you literally could not ask for a better SEC right now. You really couldn't. I mean, I can't remember the last time that I got nervous about playing South Carolina. I can't tell you the last time that I got nervous for an Ole Miss game. I was nervous last weekend. I was nervous when Alabama
we
was
were
playing
nervous
South
last
Carolina.
year. Well, I mean,
Yeah, for
Alabama
sure
fans were nervous last year.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Like, but last year we had a whole different bucket of emotions.
There were a couple games with Saban. That's always a team that I feel like is decently coached.
Yeah.
With Spurrier, we had a couple of like pretty close games. Even Saban said on game day last weekend, like, that's always a game that you should be,
because it's the one that we always sleep on. It's always the same time of the year. It's right after we've had a couple of really big wins. It's either before or after our homecoming. So we're pulling up after like a massive win. We're really smelling ourselves. And then we go into South Carolina and we're like, we got this. And then we F around and find out. And we end up in some precarious situations where South Carolina is 3 points away from winning or knocking us off our high horse. So,
you know what was funny? There were all those poor little South Carolina cocks. They call them cocks. I know, Jordan, shut up. Cocks. They were all standing in the end zone, getting ready to rush the field. Ha, ha, ha. Guess what? My teams don't have fun. I was so happy to see them not have fun. They didn't get to rush the field at the end. Ha, ha. Roll Tide.
Embarrassing is that.
To you, Saban.
How embarrassing is it to start to inch down in preparation to rush the field because you think you're going to upset another team, only for a rushing touchdown?
No fun. We don't have fun. I love fines. I love fines for stuff like that. Fines? Fun. Yeah, fine them. We saved them $500,000 is the way I see it.
It's true. They owe us a fruit basket.
Yeah.
They owe us a fruit basket as far as I'm concerned.
Also, why is it that every team plays their best game against Alabama?
It's a great question.
Lenore Sellers was like my preseason Heisman dark horse.
Yeah.
And he played like a freaking Heisman Trophy candidate in that game. I'm like, what? Not this one. Any other game. Like, I love South Carolina.
Coming off an injury,
I love Lenore Sellers. I know.
Yeah. You know what?
I love Beamer, like, just
I
not
love Shane
this
Beamer.
week. I
I do.
know, but just not
It's
this week.
wild. But, you make a really good point because, like, teams seem to be playing their like, for a really long time, and I think even, this is happening in college and it's happening in the NFL, like, nobody knows who is good. What's a good team this year? Like, that is the question of the year. Who's good? At some point, we thought the Kansas City Chiefs were good. Oh my god, you I can't.
Sorry, I got a note in my ear that my hair was a little off. I need to comb it back over a little bit. Don't know which way they cut it this week.
You look like you're
Sorry.
about to go discover electricity. Like, I can't.
Look at this. Look, it's getting a little long on the sides. Jordan told me I needed to wear my big headphones today because my hair needs to be cut. Don't laugh, Mike. Your hair needs to be cut too, but don't laugh.
I'm like tearing. I'm tearing up. I can't.
I kind of like it. I'm like, see, I still got some volume. I got volume. I said, baby, I got volume. And she said, shut up, Bill, and slammed the door. I don't know.
And
I
then
don't
she
know
came
what I
back
did
and
wrong.
asked for her allowance, right?
Yeah, I think we're past that whatever that honeymoon phase is. All I know is I'm not dressing up for as a mermaid lord this year or like fishing for some kind of weird thing. I told her like we don't need to do that anymore. If you canceled my Hard Knocks thing, then I'm canceling your Instagram thing.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Good
Right?
point. Well, good
Like,
for you
this
for
is a
standing up
tit.
for yourself.
It's a tit for tat situation, and if I can't do my thing, then you can't do your thing. And I'm not a show pony. I'm Chapel Bill. I got Bill things to do. I got Chapel things to do. I got a program to lead. Like,
What are
I don't
chapel
have
things,
time for
coach?
this. You should try it sometime, Mike. You should try it. Actually, it's more like this. Oh God, please let us win in overtime.
Jesus, isn't
Please,
that the truth?
please.
Absolutely
Yeah,
dying.
that's Chapel Bill. Chapel Bill. I'm just renaming a town. Like I said, I like to have control. Control's my thing, and
Yeah.
they're trying to give me control, and what they're not giving me control of, I'm trying to take control of, and what I'm not trying to take control of, Jordan's trying to take control of, and it's a whole thing. I'm just
Lot
waiting
of
for them
cooks in
to
the kitchen
just.
over there.
I'm just trying to get them to pay my $1 million buyout so I can go coach somewhere else. Or actually, maybe I'll just retire, which is what I should have done initially, thinking back
Agreed.
on it. This
I
one,
wish
this
I could
one really a
retire.
good deal.
I wish I could retire, but I owe the Yakuza $1 million and I own a house that I can't afford, so
And you sold your kidney to pay for Tua's guarantee, right?
holy Jesus. Yeah, for sure.
It's like he owed
Gonna
like
sell the other one to get his eyes corrected.
53 million for the next 2 years or something. Mike, did you make that deal? I gotta say, dumb deal.
Yeah,
Did you make
probably.
that?
It's gonna be the longest 24 months of my life, coach.
I think you should come back to college. Go to UCLA. That's a great fit for you. You'd love California. Go to the other coast. Escape.
That'd be
Live the
good for me.
lifestyle. Fresh.
Is that what we are? Is that what the West Coast is known for?
Sorry,
Fresh fish?
that Jordan's got. I only eat fish. That's the only thing I get to eat. Low carb. I've eaten both of these pizzas
I
from
am
the frat
so
house.
sad for you.
I know. It's really bad. I'm not losing any weight, just my boobs are getting bigger. It's fine.
My God.
It's hard being old. It's hard being old.
I don't, as long as they stay smaller than hers, I think it's all right. But I mean, I don't know.
They're not. That's the goal. We're trying to get them smaller. They're not.
Yikes. I don't know what to tell you, coach. It's tough. It's real tough. But death is just a day away.
Best one-liners.
I know. That's the only one I know.
It's the best. It's one of the best. Art of winning. Art of winning. Let me tell you about it. I'm going to write a sequel once I learn how to win in college.
Coach, I think that if you don't win any more games in college, you should probably write a book about how to retire or how to know when something's done, how to not continue to beat a dead horse, how to not get conned by a 24-year-old.
How to get a
not
24-year-old
to
girlfriend.
cheat.
Yeah.
Well, we all know how you got a 24-year-old girlfriend, and it wasn't because you wrote that damn book, but okay.
It was. It was. I signed a copy of it in first class, and I gave it to her, and then she gave me the world. And now I just put her in a room with the iPad.
Well, you know what she's in there doing. She's in there spending all your money and trying to create her exit plan and try to figure out how she can trademark more stupid lines.
She's trying to get
Shopping
pregnant.
on Zara.
What she doesn't know is I have a vasectomy. That's what she doesn't know. It's not going to happen, and I'm never going to tell her. Al Pacino's 80 and having babies. Bill Belichick is not having babies. There's a reason for that. I'm never going to tell her. Do we have to end this?
I think we gotta call time of
I
death
feel like we got to call.
because I am just having visions of old balls now. I just can't. Bill Belichick and his old saggy butt skin. Ugh. Jordan is looking at that by choice. Ugh. So gross. I just imagine his back looks like the top of your head, and I can't deal with that.
The top of my head with like fat rolls, like
Ew.
and, like probably sweat pimples and
Oh my God, and freckles, and there's probably like one long black
moles,
hair.
like
Ugh.
moles, your age spots, liver spots.
Oh my God, he's probably got like
Okay.
one giant varicose vein going down the middle of his back.
Drinking.
Drinking a glass of Austin Hope.
Oh,
It's my
that's good.
my
That's
new
delicious.
favorite wine. I've
Yes,
gone through
that's
like
out of Paso.
out of Paso Robles. Yeah, I've been on a Paso Robles kick the last week.
Awesome.
Been drinking a lot of Austin Hope. Been drinking a lot of J-Lore. It's been a good week of wine.
Let me tell you what I'm drinking from my Safeway experience that I shared
Okay.
last week. This is called Bev. My speech wasn't very clear last week, but this is called Bev Glow. It's a California sparkling soft blanc, 0 sugar, 11.9% alcohol by volume, extra zippy, extra fizzy, but the most important part, made by
Love.
chicks. Yeah.
I love that.
Yes. So own your fun, own your responsibilities is what's on the back. 112 calories, female founded. And they founded it, these girls founded it after they just wanted to create something that ladies would drink and that ladies would enjoy, knowing that we're concerned about the amount of sugar and calories, and just they create fun. So all of their boxes have like a little logo on it. I think this one was like, "Love you, girl." It was like super cute. Yeah, it's like, it's so cool. It's so cute. I didn't notice that at first, but it's like, it says that it's 0 sugar, 2 low carbs. Low carbs. Yeah,
I
it's
want
California
some.
made. Yeah, it's awesome. I love
I
it.
need to go get some.
Super cool.
Wine. I love a canned.
Bev. Yep. And made by chicks, which I like absolutely love.
Love that. We're gonna plug it. That's gotta be
All right,
clip on-
Russ. This was super fun. We won't plug it on a week that we're like dressed like men, but
True.
always awesome. Cheers.
Been a good one. Cheers.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Everyone enjoys some trick-or-treating, some trickery, and always have fun. We'll see you next week. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
I love you like la 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 la. I love you like la 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 la.
I think I held it together pretty well during that last
I'm
part.
struggling, Rach. I'm struggling. Also, this is itchy. Cocaine is itchy.
Yeah.
It's not really cocaine, people, but it's
Like
itchy.
Like a meth head. I could just put
Anyways.
this up and be like, I'm General Palpatine.
General Palpatine.
Look at it with a
My God, you look like you just came from signing the Declaration of Independence. Are you
I
about
know,
to go
like, I have to
discover
put
electricity? Is that a
headphones
Ben
on.
Franklin
I know.
wig?
I don't know. It's like, it just says male old man comb over.
That is absolutely freaking hilarious.